Would have to be one of the most beautiful afternoons here in the Gold Coast in Australia. Just look at this beautiful weather. I'm just taking a walk along this path just near my home here to get off the computer, and I thought I'd share a quick video with you that has been on my mind for a few days. So here goes. If I had said to you, go to the doctors, and what they'll do is they'll put leeches on you to help cure the sickness that you're currently struggling with. With what you know here, now and today, in this century and time on the planet, what would you say about that? Excuse me, I've got some crows going here. I might just turn around and get away from them. But what would you say to that? If the doctor said, hey, you're sick, let's get some leeches onto you and let's suck that sickness out of you. You'd probably laugh your way out the door, right? And what if I said to you that a doctor said to you, hey, you should smoke. It's really good, loosens up the throat, it's good for confidence, and yeah, let's get you on the cigarettes. What would you say if a doctor said that to you? And what would you say if a doctor said to you, you'd laugh, right? You'd go, what are you talking about? Me smoking and it's good for me. Let's try and head back this way again, see how we go. What if a doctor said to you, oh, you've got this terrible back pain, chronic lower back pain. You've got a bulging disc. You've got a compressed nerve on that disc, and we need to cut that out because that's causing pain in your lower back. What would you say to that doctor? Would you say, okay, cut me open, let's go? Might not say it that easily, but with what you currently know, maybe you don't, maybe you're beyond this, watching this video about how we can cure and get through chronic, debilitating back, neck, arm pain, and what some of you may now know the term tension myositis syndrome. Tension mind syndrome is what I like to call it, which is what I learnt as the real cause of the pain. Because if I can transport you back maybe 6 years ago, I was hit with chronic, I've had a few bouts, if you don't know my story, of chronic debilitating neck, back, arm, shoulder, hip pain, and I navigated myself through those chronic painful bouts by discovering Dr. Sarno and his works around understanding how to rewire the brain and to really change our belief around what pain is, and also changing some ways that we think and do life, which is now to me proven way to leave chronic pain in the past. And I was that person that I just spoke about on a number of occasions. If you didn't see one of my other videos, just to quickly share, when I was 22, I had been hit with severe lower back chronic pain, which years later I discovered was actually TMS, tension myositis syndrome pain, my brain cutting off minute amounts of oxygen to that part of my body where I had a normal abnormality, a bulging disc, a normal abnormality which millions and millions of people walk around with every day, and I do still to this day, but don't have pain. So it's not the disc that causes the pain from my experience, it's actually what's going on in the person and how they think about what they've experienced in doing life. And so back then, a surgeon said to my father and mother, oh, he's got a bulging disc and that's what's causing the pain and we need to cut that out. And thank God, thankfully for my father, he said, you are not cutting my son open at 21 years of age and removing part of his disc. So thank you, Dad, for that. But let's fast forward it. A few years ago, as I was saying, after going through a very stressful time, being very hard on myself, pushing myself too hard, worrying, beating myself up about things, A-type personality, trying to be a perfectionist, I pushed my body to the point of turning on TMS, where my whole neck and shoulder just locked up so badly, it felt like I had a burning knife stuck in my neck. And so even though I knew that I had TMS, when you're in chronic pain, and I'm sure, or I hope, or maybe you can relate to this, even though you understand the concept of TMS and chronic pain, when you're in it and you can feel it in a part of your body, I'll put my hand up and you will question whether it actually is TMS, or maybe this time it's different. Maybe there actually is something physically wrong with me and this is not TMS. This is actually a real physical condition. Well, I was that person. I was in so much pain. I was questioning whether it was TMS, even though I had engaged one of Alan Gordon's pain therapists and had just started working with her, and she reassured me after she did her assessment that I had TMS. I was still struggling to believe it, and she said, well, go get checked if you want. So I did, and lo and behold, I went into the doctors, explained what was going on, and I attempted to explain the concept of the mind-body connection, TMS, and this whole philosophy and concept. And she looked at me like, and I thought she might get it. She was a little younger, seemed like a progressive doctor. And she looked at me like I had just said, hey, aliens have just landed in a spaceship behind the clinic here and let's go meet them. Like looking at me like, what are you on? You have clearly something going on in your neck that needs looking at, and let's get an MRI scan because it's probably a compressed disc and it's causing you inflammation and pain, and we need to look at what we need to do to treat that, whether it's through physical therapy or whether we do that through surgery. And so I walked out of the office and I thought, wow, that's not very good, is it? And is it true or is it a lie? Is the leeches to cure our sickness true or a lie? Is smoking good for us? True or a lie? And I don't want to disrespect doctors in this video, because let me tell you, if I was in a car accident and I smashed myself up, the first thing I'd be wanting to do is to go to a doctor to get help to be patched back together. But in this instance of difficult to explain chronic pain, and while all the signs would make sense to have a logical progressive journey from the diagnosis of pain in the body must mean it's to do with something in the body. And now, not being a doctor or a medical expert, it would make sense that that would be the diagnosis. And it would also make sense that I'm really busy, I've got 15 minutes to see you, I need to do the best I can to help my patients because that's all the time I've got. And do I really have the time to assess whether this is a psychological condition and this has been caused by past and present trauma? Respectfully to doctors, they don't have the time to do that. And it's a bit like going to, you need your car fixed, and the car specialist is really good at fixing the fuel system, but your whatever part of the engine is broken, but they don't know anything about it. But because they fix engines in that part, they should be expected to know when they really don't know. So really, very often we're finding that people are believing lies that are simply not true. And again, respectfully to doctors, thank you for the wonderful work that you do. However, what I want to dedicate this video to is for you who is suffering with chronic pain, stop believing lies. Because if you are suffering with recurring, debilitating long-term pain, I would believe that you are believing a lie. That is simply not true. There is a completely different set of things going on here for you. Again, your journey, your diagnosis, your decision, that's up to you as an adult. It's not me wanting to dictate that my beliefs onto you, but I would really, really invite you on your journey to healing is to consider whether you are believing a lie that is simply not true. And there's a completely different reason why you are struggling with chronic pain. And what I learned is when we can change our belief about why we are feeling this chronic pain, and that we believe that we can get better, the body is powerful, it can heal, it can let go, we can be kind and gentle to ourselves, we are safe. The more we can rewire these feelings of belief that this is something the brain is doing, it can let go of, there's nothing physically wrong with us. When we can let go of the lies of there is something physical wrong with us, then the body can heal. And I know the journey because I believed the lies. For years I believed the lies. I went to a chiropractor for years and spent money and all the treatments that had nothing to do with what was really going on for me. And respectfully to those people, I think a lot of people don't know what they don't know, or they don't want to know what they don't know. It's not for me to judge others, but all I'm saying is for someone who is committed to helping people find their way through chronic pain and to bypass a lot of the things that are going on this planet that we get sold into, which so often are just not true. So often you don't need surgery, you don't need physical treatment, you need to attend to other things with how you do life and boundaries you need to set, the way you need to think about yourself, and all these things, which is the real impact on pain, and it's the pathway to cure. And that is a confronting but very, very liberating journey and experience, because not only do you get, I can say this, not only do you get to cure your pain, you get to become a different person. And you can make changes that really, in a way, your pain could be telling you and giving you messages that are just too confronting to face. And you could be in a relationship that you want out of. You could be dealing with things that are just not right for you, or in a place that's not right for you, or you want to go for something and you're afraid to move forward towards it. These are all the things that can impact, or just to forgive ourselves, let go. What's happened in the past is what it is, and we don't need to beat ourselves up anymore. These are beautiful gifts to wake up to, and also really important things that can help us, while it can be confronting, but to change our life. It's almost like the pain is a warning signal for us to wake up and make changes, or we've pushed ourselves too far. But please, in closing, don't believe lies. Don't buy into things that are not true, especially if you know that you are dealing with TMS, chronic pain. And even though I know you feel it stabbing and pressing, I know I have felt it, and it feels so real that there is something going on there. But as I said the other day in a video, we get headaches. Do we think there's something broken in there? We don't. We know that it's the brain is dehydrated, or you're stressed, you drink water, you rest, it goes. It's a belief that it's going to go, and it goes. Most times, I know some people struggle with migraines and that form of chronic TMS pain, which is another thing to have to consider, these philosophies around what it is that you need to take a deeper look at to let that pain go. But again, that's for another movie. That's for another movie. That's for another not a movie, another video. So please, gentle to yourself. If you really want to break free from chronic pain, stop believing the lies. Stop believing that there's something physically wrong with you, when I would stand to believe, I'm not an expert, but I would stand to believe that it's not a physical condition, it's a mental condition if there's been a recurring long-term experience of pain, because the body heals. You can't tell me that the body doesn't heal. And why is it that so many people walk around with the same bulges and compressed discs and whatever it is, degenerated bone, and they have no pain, and then others do? It's got to be more than just the thing that's physically going on in the body. I stand here today with my hand on my heart, and I have a bulging disc, probably got both sides bulging. I got a spur in my neck, and I can't remember what else I've been told I've got, and I have no pain. I was at the gym this morning, just done a walk, completely mobile, completely able to do everything that I want to do physically with no pain. There's nothing going on. So sending love, sending good wishes to you. I believe in you. You can do this. Keep yourself safe, take care of yourself, and maybe go create some better beliefs around what you've really got and that you can cure yourself. Reach out, tell me your story. Have you ever bought into these lies? Has this ever gone on for you? Hit the subscribe and I'll keep you updated on future videos as I make them. And yeah, tell me your story. If you want to have a chat, reach out. Be great to hear from you. What did you once believe and then you cured yourself and now you've realized that it was a lie? How's that? Because I'm sure there's people watching this video that have gone through the journey. Or did you have pain and now the pain's gone and maybe come back? But hang on a minute, if you had something physically wrong, how does it go and then come back? Shouldn't it just be there all the time? Or it moves around? Mine moved around. Mine was on the left side and then it go to the right side and I had a bulge on the left. So let me know. I'd love to hear your story. Thank you. Trevor out. I'll see you soon on the next video, but love to hear your comments. Hit the like if you like this video, and I look forward to sharing more good news with you on your curing your pain journey. It's possible. Sending love. Speak soon.